Are you one of the millions of men taking supplements for your health? It's a huge industry, and as we get older, it's common to have a cabinet full of bottles. Especially for men over 60. Many are taking 4 or more supplements every single day. One big question that comes up is, can supplements actually help your prostate? Today, we're going to dive deep into what the research really says about supplements for prostate health. We'll focus specifically on managing symptoms of an enlarged prostate, a condition known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BP. First, let's understand just how common BPH is. It's a natural part of aging for most men. Think about this. By the time a man reaches 80 years old, there's about an 80% chance he'll have some degree of prostate enlargement. Perhaps you find yourself stopping and starting when you urinate, or you're running to the bathroom much more frequently, both during the day and at night. And what about those sudden urgent needs to go that seem to come out of nowhere? These are all classic signs of BPH. With symptoms like these, it's no wonder people look for solutions, and supplements often seem like an easy, natural choice. Most prostate health supplements are what we call phytotherapeutic products, which is just a fancy way of saying they come from plants. This is where things get a bit tricky, because plants themselves can vary naturally, and every manufacturer has its own way of extracting the active ingredients. The strength and effectiveness of these supplements can be all over the place. Let's take a well-known example, saw palmetto. Studies have looked at different brands of saw palmetto supplements right off the shelf and found that the amount of the active ingredient can vary dramatically from one bottle to the next. This inconsistency is a major challenge when trying to figure out if these products actually work. You might be getting a potent dose from one brand and almost nothing from another. So, how are these supplements supposed to work in the first place? The theories behind them generally fall into a few categories. First, many are thought to have anti-inflammatory effects. Inflammation is a key player in many health issues, and it's believed to contribute to the growth of the prostate and the symptoms of BPH. By reducing inflammation, these supplements might help ease some of the discomfort. Second, there are hormone-related effects. A specific hormone called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, is a major driver of prostate growth. Some supplements are thought to interfere with DHT, or the enzyme that produces it, called 5-alpha reductase. This is similar to how some prescription medications for BPH work. Finally, some supplements may help with cell growth regulation. They might interact with various growth factors within the prostate, slowing down the multiplication of cells and, in theory, slowing the enlargement of the gland itself. Now that we have the background, let's look at the most studied supplements one by one and see what the evidence tells us. First up is the big one, saw palmetto. You've probably seen this on the shelf. It comes from the berry of a dwarf palm tree and has been used for centuries. The idea is that it can reduce inflammation and affect DHT activity in the prostate. These major studies found that saw palmetto was no better than a sugar pill, a placebo, at improving urinary symptoms or urine flow. While it's generally considered safe and most people tolerate it well, the actual benefit for most men appears to be very limited, if any. Like saw palmetto, it's thought to affect DHT activity and potentially slow down the growth of prostate cells. Some studies have shown that men taking pumpkin seed extract reported improvements in their BPH symptoms. However, when researchers measured objective data like urine flow rate and prostate size, the results were inconsistent. It might make you feel better, but there is no clear proof that it is physically changing what is happening with your prostate or bladder. Let's move on to beta-sitosterol. This is a compound found in many plants and is structurally similar to cholesterol. It's often found in supplements marketed for both cholesterol and prostate health. The theory is that it works by reducing inflammation and helping to regulate cell growth. Some studies on beta-sitosterol have been more positive than those for saw palmetto. They suggest it can lead to noticeable improvements in both urinary flow and overall symptoms. But, it's important to be clear, beta-sitosterol does not shrink the prostate. It seems to help with symptoms, but it doesn't reverse the underlying enlargement. What about stinging nettle? or Urtica dioica. Don't worry, the supplement is made from the root, so you won't get stung. Stinging nettle root extract is believed to reduce inflammation and also interfere with hormone-related growth signals in the prostate. It's an interesting one because in studies, it's often combined with other supplements, most commonly saw palmetto. Some research on these combination products has shown modest improvements in symptoms over time, but because it's combined with other ingredients, it is hard to know exactly how much of the benefit is coming from the stinging nettle itself versus the other components. Finally, let's touch on lycopene. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that gives foods like tomatoes, watermelon, and pink grapefruit their red color. Because antioxidants fight cell damage and inflammation, it's thought that lycopene could help protect the prostate. Some lab and animal studies suggest it might reduce inflammation and slow prostate growth. However, we're still waiting on high-quality, randomized clinical trials in humans to confirm these benefits for BPH symptoms. The good news is that getting lycopene from your diet is completely safe and healthy. So, eating more tomato-based sauces, watermelon, and other red fruits is a great idea for your overall health, whether or not it has a major impact on your prostate. So, after reviewing all of this, what are the key takeaways? First, while most of these supplements are generally safe for most people, their effectiveness is highly variable and, for many, unproven. The most studied supplement, saw palmetto, has been largely debunked by high-quality research, showing little to no benefit over a placebo. Second, some supplements, like beta-sitosterol or pygeum, might offer mild relief from urinary symptoms for some men. However, it's crucial to understand that they do not shrink the prostate. They aren't a cure. If your symptoms are caused by a significantly enlarged prostate, supplements are unlikely to be a long-term solution. Third, always be a smart consumer. Read the labels, check the ingredients and dosages. This is especially important if you're taking other medications or have other health conditions, as supplements can sometimes interact with prescription drugs. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about any new supplement you're considering. Here's the most important point. If your urinary symptoms are starting to affect your quality of life, if you replanning your day around bathroom breaks or losing sleep at night, it is essential to have a conversation with a healthcare professional. Don't just rely on the supplement aisle. There are well-studied, effective prescription medications and minimally invasive procedures that can provide significant relief, especially for men with moderate to severe symptoms. Supplements can be considered a part of your approach, especially if your symptoms are very mild, but it's important to have realistic expectations. They are not a substitute for medical evaluation and proven treatments when they are needed. Managing your symptoms early and effectively is key to protecting your long-term bladder function and maintaining your overall well-being. So, take care of your health, do your research, and talk to your doctor. Making informed choices is the best way to get better outcomes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more evidence-based health information. We'll see you in the next video.